When setting up your fan and filter combination, there's a lot to consider because it requires a setup that can move fresh air, heat, and smells out of a grow tent and replace it with fresh, cool air as efficient as possible. In this video, we'll show you several ways to set up your fan and filter with an air-cooled grow reflector and the best types of setups for various grow tent sizes. Now, the first setup is our cost-effective fan and filter setup. This works best with our Yield Lab 2x4 by 5 feet grow tent all the way to the 5x5 by 6.5 foot grow tent, aka smaller size grow tent or one door style grow tents. For the exhaust, you first want to install the cool hood and filter. Then connect the filter and hood with the ducting and pull ducting through the other side. Attach the fan to the end of the duct so it's exhausting the air from the grow tent out. Then attach a fan on the outside or inside of the grow tent and apply ducting on both sides. You want to bring fresh air from outside or another room into the grow tent for fresh air exchange. This setup is great because your exhaust fan is utilized in 3 ways. It helps pull stale air from the grow tent, it helps scrub the odors within the grow tent, as well as pulling the heat from the grow bulb out of the grow tent. With larger 2-door grow tent setups like our 6.5 by 6.5 by 6.5 foot grow tent, you'll need to add an extra fan for efficiency because adding ducting and then putting a bend in that ducting will cause you to lose CFM air exchange. So for example, if you purchased a 6-inch high output fan with 440 CFMs, then add 4 feet of ducting and putting a 90-degree bend in it, it will reduce the CFMs to about 20 to 30%, and that's a huge loss in CFMs. But adding an additional fan will help solve this problem. The air-cooled reflector will have its own independent exhaust, pulling cool air from the outside of the grow tent through the bulb and exhaust it out on the other side. This helps keep the grow tent cooler. This is efficient for larger grow tents because it will maximize the use of your fans as well as maintaining a balanced atmosphere. Consistent temperature and humidity equals healthier plants. To exhaust the actual room and scrub the smell, add an exhaust fan on top of the grow tent, install a filter on the floor, or even set it up on the roof and connect it with ducting to the exhaust fan. Then add an intake fan. The larger Yield Lab grow tents don't have a bottom vent hole, so you may need some extra ducting to reach the lowest part of the room, which is generally the coolest. And again, for the cool hood exhaust, make sure the heat is being exhausted away from the intake side. This same setup works well with dual air-cooled reflector setups. All it needs is an additional exhaust fan added on the other side. Hope these diagrams were helpful. Any additional tips or advice? Please let us know in the comment section down below. Fan and filter setups are one of the most customizable ways you can set up your grow tent, so feel free to let us know of any other options or how you have yours set up. Thanks for watching.